Calisthenics is special. In contrast to other sports, calisthenics is not focused around one specific goal or tied to one specific set of rules. In fact, calisthenics comes with a wide variety of different training styles and more room for creativity. In this video we will explore the different types of calisthenics, their benefits and how you can incorporate them into your training routine. First, aesthetics. Aesthetic calisthenics athletes focus on building a muscular physique, so you could also call it bodyweight bodybuilding. However, the goal is not to look bulky or to go on stage, but rather having an athletic, muscular and lean look. Most of the time these guys focus on basic compound movements to build muscle, but they also use some bodyweight isolation movements to target specific weak points. Aesthetic calisthenics also includes weighted basics to make the exercises harder without learning a new, more technical advanced progression. Generally speaking, this style avoids exercises that are too challenging in terms of technique, because with such movements it's way harder to focus on the targeted muscle or reach muscular fatigue. To train for aesthetics, you have to make sure to follow the principle of progressive overload, get enough volume and intensity per muscle, and train hard but not too hard. The goal is to set a stimulus for your muscles to grow and then give them enough time to rebuild. When it comes to the schedule, you could try a traditional push-pull legs or a simple upper and lower body split. Of course, full body routines can also work if you don't overdo it. If you want to focus on this training style, you should head over to calimove.com. Our body transformation program is perfect for building an aesthetic physique with calisthenics and weighted calisthenics. If you have other goals, we've also got you covered. So no matter if you want to learn calisthenic skills or improve your mobility, we offer the right program for you. The second training style of calisthenics is centered around skills and includes a lot of strength elements that are done in gymnastics, but also offers some unique movements. This type of calisthenics is all about learning new exercises and harder progressions. It's often focused around static elements, but also includes some dynamic movements. However, when we talk about dynamic exercises, we do not talk about momentum-focused movements, but rather strength-based exercises, sometimes with a balance and/or mobility component. In contrast to gymnastics, calisthenics skill training offers way more freedom and is not structured around fixed routines and specific apparatuses. So you can do any move on any tool, no matter if you want to train on bars, rings, the ground or any other object. To get better at skills and embrace this training style, you have to train quite often, but without going close to failure for most of the time. So you do the same moves over and over again and only train that hard that you're recovered enough to do the same on the next day. Also avoid focusing on too many moves at once. You will progress much faster if you only focus on a few moves at once instead of trying to learn all things at the same time. Talking about learning skills, the third training style also includes them. Freestyle calisthenics is all about combining elements into a big combo often set to music. In contrast to the style before, freestyle calisthenics includes a lot of moves that are done with momentum. It's basically a mix of gymnastics and breakdance, but with its own style and unique moves. The risk of injuries is very high when doing freestyle calisthenics, probably the highest of all the styles. That's mainly because of the dynamic elements that leave little room for errors and also come with a much higher impact for your joints, muscles and tendons. To focus on this training style, you have to practice the same moves over and over again while still being able to recover. Of course, you shouldn't focus on only doing freestyle in your training sessions, because if you want to get better at freestyle, you also have to get better at the individual elements. This means sometimes you have to train the moves individually to improve them, instead of doing them in a row with many other moves. Mobility is the fourth training style and involves elements of gymnastics and yoga, but also offers unique exercises and drills. The goal of this style is to mobilize every joint to its full potential and learn different mobility but also flexibility focused moves you couldn't do before. This training style will also not fatigue your body like regular strength training, so it's no problem to do it along with other programs or sports. In general, mobility comes with so many benefits that it can be beneficial to everyone, no matter if you do a sport that requires mobility or just for improving the movement quality and well-being in your everyday life. If you want to try this training style, it's best to do full body mobility sessions with a relatively high frequency. The sessions themselves also don't have to be that long. It's more about doing it often instead of doing it longer in a single session. The fifth style is called sets and reps. These guys are basically the marathoners of calisthenics because they focus on high rep counts and strength endurance. There are different ways of doing a sets and reps workout. You can focus on one move at a time and do a couple of sets with a lot of reps of it. You can do different exercises back to back like in a circuit with little or no rest in between. And you could even combine different exercises into one big strength endurance set without leaving the bar. If you want to get better at this style, you also have to do the exercises you want to improve pretty often. So again, no bro split for improving in this style. In contrast to skill training, it's still possible and even necessary to train to failure from time to time. The sixth and last style is called street lifting and is a bit controversial. Why? Well, because it's basically powerlifting with muscle ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, dips and squats. Street lifting could also be referred to as weighted calisthenics and therefore is no longer pure bodyweight training. However, street lifting originates from calisthenics and also sees itself as a part of it. In street lifting you have two different categories. In a multi-lift, the goal is to complete as many repetitions as possible with a specific predetermined weight. And in the 1RM lift, the emphasis is on executing a single repetition with the highest possible weight. When it comes to the training schedule, you have to focus on the main lifts and split them up in heavy and light days. Of course, you should also do some support and compensatory exercises along with them. Okay guys, these were the 6 major styles of calisthenics. Please keep in mind that this is a very rough overview and that every style offers more in-depth knowledge that could take hours to explain. Also keep in mind that you don't have to focus on one style only. To be honest, most people probably don't even know about these categories and already mix some styles with each other. It's also important to know that many styles have a carryover effect for other styles or even include some elements of other styles. For example, mobility can help you to get better at certain skills or achieve them in the first place. Street lifting helps you to improve your strength and this can be beneficial for some strength-related skills or even for sets and reps. And training for skills, sets and reps and also street lifting will build muscle and with that helps you to achieve an aesthetic physique. Nevertheless, you will still progress faster in a specific style if you put all your time, focus and effort into it. So the best freestyle calisthenics athlete will not outclass the best street lifter in his style and vice versa. Alright guys, if you want to get better at calisthenics, make sure to check our comprehensive workout programs on calimove.com. No matter if you look for an all-around approach or if you want to get better at a specific style, we've got you covered.